If I were him, I'd be careful because Jose Ramirez is he's a Latino. You know how Latinos are, bro.
If you try to get crazy with Jose Ramirez might take it. That's what kind of fight it is, I feel. You know what I mean?
I feel as though he slowed down. All that partying and drinking and stuff slowed him down.
Boxing pros are warning Devin Haney ahead of his fight against Jose Ramirez, highlighting Ramirez's relentless pressure and power. Henry Garcia issued a strong warning to Devin Haney, urging him to be cautious against Jose Ramirez. He emphasized that Ramirez is no pushover, highlighting his toughness and relentless pressure in the ring. Garcia suggested that Haney may not be mentally prepared for the type of fight Ramirez will bring, especially if he gets dropped.
Haney fight. What's your thoughts on that fight?
If I were him, I'd be careful because Jose Ramirez is he's a Latino. You know how Latinos are, bro. They don't play. I don't know if he was fighting Duarte. I'd say you better step down because Duarte is no joke. But Jose Ramirez is no joke either. And I'm telling you, the guy is no pushover. He is no pushover. I've seen him fight. I've seen him work out a few times. And this guy is he's out there. He's gonna give Haney his work for his money. I'm telling you, he's gonna be on him. So I hope Haney's ready for it. You know, I'm sure his dad has done his research and all that about Jose Ramirez. I'm sure he did, but they don't know the fighter that he is. I do, and I'm telling you, what I meant, he's gonna get a run for his money. That's what I meant to say.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, who do you favor in that fight? Because obviously it would kind of, it wouldn't be a crazy gear up.
He also mentioned that while Duarte would have been an even bigger threat, Ramirez is still dangerous and capable of making Haney struggle. If Ramirez lands clean shots, Garcia believes it could shake Haney's confidence and make the fight much harder for him.
Back now, it is what it is, but I would say that Jose Ramirez, if he cracks him, I'm worried for Haney because psychologically, I don't think he's still ready for it. You know, I don't think he's ready for something like that because if he gets dropped, it's going to mess him up. Jose, again, he's no pushover. If he hits him and he catches him and he drops him, that's going to go bad for Haney.
Jose Ramirez is in his prime and absolutely a great, fantastic fighter. But he's also in the twilight of his career, says a boxing pro. Experts warn Devin Haney not to underestimate Ramirez's power, experience, and relentless pressure, as he's still a dangerous opponent capable of pulling off an upset.
Jose Ramirez, a guy who was absolutely fantastic in his prime, but a guy who I think is now in the twilight of his career. It's a good fight. These are good scalps for the boys if they can get through it. And then they can fight each other in October. And man, I think these are big money fights, especially that one in October. If they both get through their task here in May, that's going to be a big one in October. We're also hearing a lot of other stuff right in the fight game now.
Tank Davis has shared his opinion on Devin Haney, claiming that Haney was an exceptional fighter at 17 years old. However, Davis believes that Haney has slowed down due to his lifestyle, particularly partying, which has affected his focus and overall performance.
That video of you and Devin Haney sparring, people were going crazy over it. He was just a teen when that happened. How do you feel like his boxing skills have improved since?
I think he was best on his game when he was that age. I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older, apart. But I feel as though he slowed down. All that partying and drinking and stuff slowed him down.
Thank you so much.
Boxing analysts say Devin Haney may not have an official loss, but his last fight raised concerns about his durability. Experts believe Jose Ramirez is a solid test, as he remains dangerous despite his loss to Arnold Barboza. Many have questioned Haney's chin, and this fight could provide answers. Reports suggest Haney is moving to 147, which some analysts see as a risk. If his chin was vulnerable at 140, it could be worse against bigger punchers. While Ramirez isn't a major power puncher, his pressure could expose weaknesses. Experts say this fight will reveal where Haney truly stands.
Isn't Devin Haney kind of coming off a loss? I know he's not technically,
Yes,
but
yes.
I mean, this is the sort of get back opponent. I mean, look, in terms of opponents that Devin Haney could choose at this point, like you could do a lot worse than Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez, he's still like he lost to Arna Barbosa. I think he's still a dangerous fight for Devin Haney at this stage, especially if Devin Haney this is when we're gonna get some answers. But Devin Haney, he's potentially chinny. Like we have to see how he holds up here. So I didn't expect him to get in the ring with like a power puncher. He's also been teasing that he's going to be a welterweight, that he's going to be at 147, which is funny because he didn't really spend that much time at 140 at all. We'll see. If this is at 147, then you probably feel less confident in Devin Haney, not particularly for this fight, but going forward, just because if Devin Haney is going to be at 147 now, if you're worried about his chin at 140, and granted, Ryan wasn't 140 in that fight, but if you're worried about Devin Haney's chin, him moving up in weight is not going to help him a ton because his power is going to be, well, even more diminished than it already had been. And on top of that, he's going to face stronger and stronger punchers. Jose Ramirez probably doesn't qualify in this regard because he'd be moving up.
Greg Hackett believes that Jose Ramirez is not an easy fight for Devin Haney. He warns that if Haney does not go in and execute his game plan properly, Ramirez will take advantage and win the fight.
I think at a catch weight, I definitely wasn't expecting one. That's not a soft touch. That's not a tune-up. No. What's your thoughts on it? People gonna try to say that's like a cherry pick, but it's not though. Jose Ramirez was like a top 40 pounder and he was a top prospect. You know what I'm saying? He had
top amateur too.
Top amateur, yeah. So he got a big pedigree and you know what I mean, he been through some shit in boxing, yeah, but this ain't an easy fight. He a big guy too. He a big guy. And if you said catchweight, that means it's gonna be at like 44. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's a good fight. Devin Haney, one thing about Devin Haney though, you can count on him. He gonna give you some type of fight. Like he not gonna just give you oh man. Like he gonna give you something like, oh, it might be a dangerous draw. Especially coming out the fight with Ryan. Jose Ramirez is 90% offense. Coming to get you.
Coming off the Ryan fight at 144-pound catch weight, who do you feel like that favors?
I don't know. Because we got to see if Devin learned his lesson. We got to see if he learned his lesson. And we got to see if Jose Ramirez is healthy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And does this mean this is a fill out for 47?
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be an advantage for all of them. You feel me? I think it's an advantage for both. They both will be feeling good.
Who wins that fight?
I mean, Devin feet box. If you try to get crazy with Jose Ramirez, Jose Ramirez might take it. That's what kind of fight it is, I feel. You know what I mean? I can't side with either one because Dev, I don't know what's really going through his mind. I don't know what he's really thinking. I don't know what he's really been working on. What I think he should do, go in there and box. Just be you.
Showbiz The Adult says Devin Haney is stepping up for greatness as he prepares to face Jose Ramirez in what is expected to be a tough battle. This is not an easy fight, as Ramirez has only suffered 2 losses in his professional career. His best weapon is his powerful left hook.
Out of the 2, Ryan Garcia versus Rolling and Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, Devin Haney has the harder fight. Hey, not only is Ramirez a tough competitor, he only lost twice. And he lost against Josh Taylor and Barbosa. Josh Taylor. And Ramirez fought hooker and shit. And listen, Ramirez's best punch is his left hook. That prepares him for Ryan. But number 2, Rolly is allergic to left hooks, especially counters. Ryan's left hook is one of the best punches in the world today. It's like Wilder's right hand. You know it's coming and you can't pause and you can't do shit about it. Ryan may go viral on that knockout, while Devin Haney is in a damn blood and guts knife fight and y'all don't appreciate it.
Jose Ramirez has been a professional boxer for years and has already proven himself as a world champion. He is very excited about the upcoming fight against Devin Haney, as this is a major opportunity for him to secure a big win.
You know, any build-up or anything, you know, I think they're trying to build up Ryan versus Haney, but I don't know, it was tough, man.
But 47, he's a 35-pounder. That's a big jump, no? He does have a good overhand.
So and Ryan was the same thing, you know. He was also
30, 35, 40, yeah.
30, 35, 40, now 47. So, you know, there we could say that they're both going up.
Okay, now, one of your fighters is rumored. I saw a lot of pictures on the internet. Jose Ramirez.
Haney.
According to the stats, Jose Ramirez holds an advantage in power over Haney. Ramirez has a knockout percentage of 62% compared to Haney's 48%. Haney is the younger fighter at 26 years old, making him 6 years younger than Ramirez. Ramirez also has a slight height and reach advantage of 1 inch in both categories. Boxing experts praise Ramirez for his incredible conditioning and strong will to win. His endurance and relentless fighting style make him a difficult opponent for any fighter, including Haney.
So, Charles, I have a serious question for you. If Jose Ramirez fights Devin Haney, how are you going to work with him on running a marathon within 12 rounds? Because Devin runs a lot. No, serious. It's not a funny question. Serious.
Listen, the one thing about Jose Ramirez is he has incredible conditioning, will, drive. So they won't. The one thing that will not happen with Jose Ramirez is he won't get tired.
He's not gonna get tired.
Jose can throw 1,000 power punches in a fight. He might say, "Yeah, I was tired," but he's not gonna. He's not gonna slow down. He's not gonna weaken. He's not gonna. Right. And part of that is an iron will as well. So we worked there for many years. He's ready for that. That's not that moment.
It's a nice watch, Charles.
Oh, thanks.
Who got it for you?
Myself.
That's nice. And he took your other watch? He took your other watch?
I got a bunch of watches. I like watches. They're not expensive watches.
It looks expensive.
I don't get they're nice, but I get nice ones, but not super expensive. My son got me a watch for my birthday.
How old is he?
A white one. He's 9.
Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney will both be fighting on the same night, making it a massive event for boxing fans. While Haney faces Jose Ramirez, Ryan Garcia will take on Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Both fights are expected to be thrilling, making 2025 an exciting year for boxing.
YouTube, we're back again with some more breaking boxing news in the boxing world. We talk about Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, both set to face former world champions on the same night. It's going to be Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. These are per sources. Oh my God, that's going to be a big night. So if they both win their matches, they're going to be the setting up for the rematch. That's what's going on YouTube. I bring you all the news, try to bring the breaking news as fast as I can possible. And this is for y'all. I always appreciate the thumbs up. And if you ain't got E-Dub, keep the news. Subscribe. Good fight coming up. 2025 is looking good.
As a world champion, Jose Ramirez is willing to do whatever it takes to secure victory. He seems very confident heading into the fight, showing that he is fully prepared for the challenge ahead.
For someone to beat me, they're gonna have to want it even more, man. They're gonna sweat it. They're gonna have to go past their own limits. They're gonna have to go through pain, because I'm gonna make them go through pain.
You have to.
And
they have to be willing to die.
And I'm willing to do that, man.
Devin Haney is officially set to fight Jose Ramirez, a 140-pounder, likely at a catchweight of 144-147. Ramirez is coming off a loss to Arnold Barboza, raising questions about why Haney chose him instead of a higher-caliber opponent. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia is teasing a fight against a top contender like Teofimo Lopez, which contradicts claims that he's ducking Haney. Haney previously blamed his loss to Garcia on banned substances, yet he's now facing a lesser opponent. This situation challenges the narrative against Garcia, and fans are eagerly awaiting official fight announcements to see how everything unfolds.
Says Devin could fight Jose Ramirez. That's a 140-pounder. They're talking about moving up to 147, so I would imagine if Devin fought Ramirez, it's at a catch weight, 144 or something, to 147. Plus, Ramirez is coming off the Barboza loss on that card with Zepeda and William Zepeda and Tevin Farmer from Latino night. So why would Devin fight a guy like Jose Ramirez off of a loss if Ryan fights somebody T.O. caliber or whatever he's teasing, which sounds like a good name? Again, the Haniac said Ryan is ducking Devin, so it's going to be very hard for the Haniac content creators who said, oh, Ryan doesn't want to be clean. He doesn't want to fight Devin clean in a rematch. It's going to be hard to sell that notion that they put out if Ryan fights a guy like Tio or somebody who's a top guy, which he's making it sound like. And then you have Devin. He's claiming that the only reason he lost to Ryan is steroids, SARMs. It's because of Ostarine. So why are you fighting a guy like Jose Ramirez if that's who they select? So I can't wait for Turkey.
Ryan Garcia previously defeated Devin Haney by knockout in their last fight. However, Garcia later tested positive for PEDs, raising questions about the legitimacy of his victory. Now that Garcia is free from any banned substances, fans are eager for a rematch to see who truly has more potential.
You go back to the drawing board and you're trying to figure out where did I go wrong, and I couldn't figure it out. I fought a guy who did everything wrong leading up to the fight. It me doing everything right. Great team, great coaches, great game plan. It's just hard to beat somebody when they doping. We seen a different Ryan Garcia than we seen leading up to the Tank fight. It was just a totally different. Me, I'm not having no sex. I'm not doing nothing. I'm getting my rest, doing everything. How can that determine the outcome of a 12-round fight? And then when the PD situation came out, that's when I was like, that makes sense.
The boxing world is becoming more exciting thanks to Turki Alalshik, who has been instrumental in making these big fights happen. His influence has led to major matchups that fans have been eagerly waiting for. Dalton Smith has expressed interest in these major headline fights. He believes that it is a great opportunity for Devin Haney to challenge himself by stepping into the mix and taking on tough opponents.
I won't take too much more of it. Thank you for speaking to me. And I was right. No, I'm not going to finish off on that because some other fights were announced. Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez. I just want to quickly get your thoughts on that, how things unfold with that bout.
Yeah, I think it's a good fight. Obviously, a good fight for Devin to get back into the mix. And there's going to be some big fights made in the next year, 18 months at the 140-pound division.
Also got the Ryan Garcia Rolly Romero fight, and that's just your take on that.
Yeah, like again, another good fight for both fighters to get back into the mix, and yeah, some good fights.
Now we can finish the interview, Dalton. Thank you.
Top man, thank you.
Showbiz, the adult, discussed the future of Devin the American Dream Haney, predicting that if Haney beats Jose Ramirez and Ryan Garcia defeats Isaac Pitbull Cruz, they will face each other in October for a rematch. The winner would then fight Teofimo Lopez at 147 as Lopez prepares to campaign at welterweight.
Dream Haney versus Ramirez. And then Ryan Garcia, if he gets past Pitbull Cruz and Devin Haney gets past Ramirez, Ryan Garcia versus Devin the American Dream Haney in October for their rematch. After that, the winner fights Teofimo Lopez at 147. So from my understanding, I'm not sure if, I guess Ryan Garcia and Isak is going to be at a catch weight, I believe. And I believe Devin Haney, who said goodbye to 140, I believe that he's going to have a catch weight with Ramirez. Then they're going to fight each other, I believe, at a catch weight. But they will fight Teofimo Lopez, whoever wins all of that their brackets, whoever wins to come out of that will fight Teofimo Lopez at 147. Which is why you saw Teofimo Lopez, getting at Devin Haney and saying, hey, look, I'm trying to get boots. Who you about to fight? Ramirez? So that lets you know that Teofimo Lopez is going to campaign at welterweight 147. That's where he's going to be. While Ryan Garcia and Devin the American Dream Haney, due to Devin Haney, will be working their way up to 147. Got it. So I just want to tell you guys, I want to apologize for all of you guys who were in the Showbiz The Morning podcast where I said confirmed Teofimo Lopez versus Ryan Garcia. I was confused, so I confused you guys. So I apologize. But still, the point remains, those guys are going to be taking each other on. Now, I know that there's a concern about Isak Pitbull Cruz having his fight February 1st on the undercard of the Davids, David Benavidez and David Morrell.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez shared his thoughts on the Haney versus Ramirez fight, suggesting that Haney may have the advantage since Ramirez has not fought in a while. Regarding a potential rematch between Haney and Ryan Garcia, Lopez stated that he would pick Garcia to win. If Garcia does win, Lopez plans to fight the winner next. Many boxing fans are eager to see a rematch between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. The controversy surrounding their previous fight has only increased interest in a potential rematch, as fans want to see who truly deserves the victory. Despite the hype surrounding a potential rematch, Devin Haney has shown little interest in fighting Ryan Garcia again. This has led to speculation about whether Haney is avoiding Garcia due to the outcome of their last fight.
Honestly, I'm not too interested in it. During the build-up, we've seen a lot of interesting things from him. We've seen his character. We've seen the guy cheat. I never fought, and, you know, a guy has been that much better than me. You know, I've never been overmatched like that, and I've been in there with the best fighters in the world. I don't see myself ever, you know, getting back in the ring.
Devin Haney has received a significant amount of hate from boxing fans despite his achievements. Many believe that he is a boring fighter who carefully selects easier opponents, benefits from questionable judging decisions, and lacks charisma. These factors have led to a negative perception of him among fans. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.